Hello everyone, good evening. So, as I had posted in the morning, that today I will be talking about the different types of vegetation found in different tropical regions. I hope you all remember when I told you about the longitudes and the latitudes. Now, the equator, it divides the earth into two equal parts. And above that 0 degree equator is Tropic of Cancer at 66.5 degree north, and below at 66.5 degree south is Tropic. Hi beta, how are you Manveer? Is 66.5 degree south is Tropic of Capricorn. This area, because the equator, there the sun rays fall very short and very hot. The climate is very high. So what happens? Even when we are at home, we watch that when it is summertime, evaporation is fast. As a result, what happens? The water evaporates fast. But before that all, let me tell you that all life is divided into two classes only. That is flora and fauna. Always remember, flora means, take the word flora from flower. So when we say flora, it means all the plant kingdom, all the plants, be it trees, herbs, shrubs, climbers, creepers. And fauna. There is no reason why should we get confused between flora and fauna. Welcome Manveer beta. Yeah, I'm also doing fine. So fauna, remember from the word fawn, a baby deer. So all the animals, be it mammals, reptiles, creepers, they all fall in the category of fauna. So now let us come back to the topic. Around the equator is Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere, Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere at 66.5 degrees. So because the temperature is high, as a result a lot of evaporation is there. As a result, when evaporation is there, a lot of rainfall is there. As a result, what happens again? You must have remembered the water cycle you have been doing right from, I think, 4th standard. The water goes up, cools down, falls as rain, and you must have noticed around your houses also, when it rains in the rainy season, even the small plants grow up on their own on your rooftop as well. Isn't that? So these, if for such a small time, if it rains for such a small time and the small plants grow up, the herbs grow up. So around the equator, when it is raining almost all the time, just imagine how much of vegetation will be there. And when there are plants, a lot of greenery, it means a lot of insects, a lot of animals. Isn't that? So this part, this zone, it is called torrid zone. Terrible heat is torrid zone, has terrible heat, and when the heat is high, evaporation is going to be high, rainfall is going to be high. Next comes the area between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle. In the northern hemisphere, 66 and half degree north to 23 and half degree north. And in the southern hemisphere again, 66 and half degree south to 23 and half degree south. Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle. Now what happens? You've seen a cup of tea. The steam rises up. I always tell the children, now the summers are approaching. So what happens when you see, when the maid is washing the floor, you see, you imagine कि उसमें पानी में पैर में डाल के चला भी नहीं जाता. It becomes hot. Why? Because the surface is heating the water which is lying on that, and hot air always rises up. Cool air comes down, being heavy. Look at your summer clothes. They are lighter, na? In the same way, it means in the hot season you wear the light clothes. In the winter seasons you wear heavy clothes, the jackets, the coats, the blazers. So in the cold you are wearing hot like heavy clothes, so the air is also heavy and it comes down. There is no logic. It is just, I just mean to explain the things. My aim is that you understand the things. Like in my previous video, one of my students, he said, ma'am, you had taught me in 1995. My aim is that only, that there is no ratification. The children, they know, and they keep it here forever. So hot air is rising from the torrid zone, the terrible zone. Hot air is rising up. Arctic Circle, from there the cool air is coming down. So that becomes when the air mixes. Hot, you want to drink water, it's very hot. You add some cold water, the water is very chilled, and you add some normal water, it becomes normal. The temperate zone, where the temperature is average, that zone is temperate zone. So again, what will happen? It is marked by tall grasses. And by the end of the video, you people will tell me in which class, in which category does the bamboo fall. Bamboo, it's so tall, taller than your houses as well, but is it a herb, shrub? Like I should be saying grass or tree. Tomato, what is tomato? I want answers from you people. So torrid zone, terribly hot. When it is very hot, it rains heavily. When it rains heavily, more of evaporation is there. As a result, more of evaporation means a lot of rainfall, condensation will be there. And when a lot of rain is there, a lot of greenery is there. When plants are there, so many animals are bound to be there. On the temperate zone, normal temperature. Why normal? As I told you, from the torrid zone the hot air is going up, and from upper side cool air is coming. It is level sort of thing, neither very hot nor very cold, and it is marked by very tall grass. Grasslands are found in these areas. Next, the freezed zone. Fridge से याद रखो, freezed. It's all freezed. Above the Arctic Circle to the North Pole, and in the southern hemisphere, Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. it's all freeze. And when there is a lot of snow there are lesser chances of plants, so small herbs grow only. When the climate is extreme, what happens? When the climate is extreme, even look at yourself. When it is very hot, do you move out of the house? No. When it's raining heavily, do you move out of the house? No. When it is extremely cold, do you move out of the house? No. So how do you expect the vegetation to grow? Even it won't grow in the frigid zones because of the heavy snow. So I hope it is clear to you now. First, around the equator is the temperate, the terrible zone, the torrid zone. Then we have the temperate zone from 66.5 to 23.5, and then the fridge wala zone. It is all frigid zone. Same is the case in the southern hemisphere, equator to Tropic of Capricorn, extremely hot. So because of that, now what happens? I want to tell you about types of plants. As I told you that all life is divided into two parts. Flora, remember from flowers. Fauna, remember from the word fawn, a baby deer. Now these plants, they are divided into different categories, again on different, because of their different characteristics. Like, let us talk about water, the intake of water. How much water does a plant need? Water is H2O. हाइड्रोफाइट्स, जहाँ पे ये वर्ड हाइड्रो आ गया, हाइड्रो आ गया, it means water. So if somebody tells you that this plant is a hydrophyte, it means it consumes a lot of water. The best example from around you is water chestnut. What is that? What do you call it in Hindi? We call it singhara. I don't know what you people call it. The paddy. जब आप राइस लगाते हो, it consumes a lot of water. So it is I will put it in the category of hydrophyte. The lotus. Next comes mesophytes. M for middle, M for meso. Middle amount of water. Nor a lot of water, nor very less. Mesophytes are the plants which don't require a lot of water. Then comes the xerophytes. Zero याद रखो, zero से. The plants which grow in deserts, they don't get a lot of water. So what happens? Their roots, they penetrate deep into the soil to pull out the water. Their leaves you have seen. Cactus is the best example of xerophyte. जो उसके ऊपर कांटे होते हैं, एक्चुअली वो कांटे नहीं हैं, वो उसके लीव्स हैं, मॉडिफाइड. हम भी तो अडेप्ट करते हैं. हेलो गौरव बेटा, हाउ आर यू? वी ऑल्सो एडजस्ट आवर सेल्स according to the people around us. हम माइग्रेट कर जाते हैं, कनाडा जाते हैं, ठंड है, उधर के हिसाब से हम रहना शुरू कर देते हैं. वी स्टार्ट वियरिंग अ लॉट ऑफ जैकेट्स. इफ़ वी गो टू दुबई या एनी अदर हॉट कंट्री, एसीज में बैठ जाते हैं, कॉटन क्लोथ्स पहनते हैं. वी ऑल्सो change accordingly. We adapt to the atmosphere. Same is with the plants, they also adapt. So the desert plants, what happens? They know they are not going to get a lot of water. So what do? They adapt. They adjust. They know they are not going to get water. So adaptation mein leaves become thin, like in the case of cactus. They are wax coated so that a lot of evaporation does not take place. They become thorny so that the animals are not even able to eat those plants. So now I told you about that we when we migrate. So tomorrow our topic will be migration. What is migration? Immigration, emigration. Nothing to do with IELTS and all that stuff, no. IELTS कैसे करनी है, I'm not going to teach you that. मैंने नहीं किया, मेरे पास एक पासपोर्ट है. But I can't tell you about IELTS and all this PTE वगैरह. If you ask me for the full form of PTE, I don't know that also. We will be talking migration, the reason why even the birds migrate. Nowadays, due to lockdown, you must have seen people putting the videos and the photographs of animals moving in the towns, in the cities, moving from the villages, from the jungles to these places. So why do the animals and the human being migrate? What is emigration? What is immigration? We will be discussing that tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Have a nice day.